What's up, folks? It's your boy Turkey Chan. Today I'm gonna do a quick LABUBU macaroon and have a seat legit check. As many of you know, LABUBUs have grown in popularity, and with that comes a lot of dupes. I've seen quite a few of dupes on TikTok. These two are my kids. They have graciously allowed me to do a review on these. I looked at the pictures of the fake ones online and in hand. Unfortunately, I don't have a fake one in hand with me, but some of the tells are very, very obvious. From the box, not so much. Sometimes they just reuse the real box and then put in a fake LABUBU. But most of the time, the golden rule is if the deal is too good, it's most likely fake. LABUBUs, they're gonna run you retail $25. If you buy them at MART, it's $22.99. The more collab heavy ones are about $40. So if they're selling a LABUBU for half that price, most likely it's gonna be fake. Most likely. Even for resellers, they're gonna try to sell it at retail to get back their investment. So if you're getting a LABUBU unopened, brand new box, and it's below MSRP, most likely it's fake. That's number one for me, the first thing I look at. The second thing is, well, let's say you bought one, you open it up, you don't know if it's real or not, you haven't had a real one. Well, here are two real ones, and the biggest tell for me is the face. Now, the real ones, the cream part of the face is very matte. As you can see, only the eyes reflect light. The macaroon and the have a seat both have a very matte face. The fake ones, the face is very, very shiny, almost oily, where it reflects a lot of light. So that's the number one tell that I see on a lot of fakes. Very shiny faces. Second, you want a nice oval shape on the face where the fur hooks into the face. Very nice and ovally. The fake ones, they'll have big lines that go out of place. So they'll have a LABUBU where it's kind of perfect, and then this part jumps up and you see a big chunk of their head. All right, so you want to look for not a perfect oval, but a pretty uniform oval shape, and the fur does not pull back. This is not a hood that you can take off. All right. Now, the macaroons, their ears stick straight up, whereas most of my have a seat ones, their ears are kind of like converging, trying to intersect. So, ears, you can't really tell. They do a pretty good job on the ears, but for the ears, I would just say look for this shape where it's kind of clean, where it goes up and then it goes down. It's very sharp and pointy. The fake ones will have it too thin. They'll have these inner ears too thin. Secondly, count the teeth. You want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 teeth. All right, and then look at the blush. You don't want too much blush. The fake ones, the blush is a big old red circle, whereas the real ones, it's more of a blended in circle, as you can see. And then also, you only want reflections in the eyes. For the macaroons, it's in the iris, whereas the white part of the eyes don't have reflections. For have a seat, it's the whole eye that reflects. All right. And then lastly, you can always find that authentication tag, scan that QR code, and check to see if you have a real or fake one. Again, they could take it from a real one and attach it onto a fake one. And also, you should have a translucent UV light sensitive logo on their foot. But usually, most of the time, we don't have UV lights with us, so we can't really tell. So I usually look at the face first, right? You want a nice matte face with reflections only in the eyes. You want ears that are clean shaped, clean sew lines, not too thin, not too thick. Hands, you want a nice, well, hands, you know, they're kind of tricky. The fake ones, sometimes they'll have hands that are miscut, not cleanly cut. You can't really make out the hands. But then sometimes on the real ones, it has that same problem. So the quality can vary with the hands and the feet. All right. Next thing I look at is just overall stitching. You don't want loose threads coming out. But again, they have been rushing the productions of the LABUBUs out a lot. So there might be some QC issues. But the main thing for me is just the face. You want to look at the face and you want to make sure the face is good. The back, the fur quality, the fake ones, the fur quality is actually kind of decent. I mean, I would say the real ones are just really soft. But it's hard to compare softness. So even the real ones have raggediness. Like, look at this LABUBU. It's rushed out the factory. It has a lot of raggedy fur. So, yeah. And then lastly, you want to look at this tag. You want nice, clean stitching on the tags. The monsters, you can make out the words. And then you want a nice, heavy-duty ring. Right? The macaroon has a nice gold ring, and the macaroon has a pastel-colored ring. That's pretty much it, guys. LABUBU legit check. Just to go over, look at the face. Done. Look at the stitching. Done. Look at the tags. Done. Look at the rings. That's pretty much it, guys. And remember, if the price is too good, it is foo-foo. That's all I have, guys. Ciao.